Hello everyone. I wanted to talk about my hopes for Pokemon Scarlet, but mainly about what is most likely going to happen, being Tarot Raid Adventures in the DLC. I'm making that call. I feel like we're going to get another one of those. I hope we get another one of those, because the fact that when you enter the fight, you don't have to wait for other people's turns would be great. What would even be better is if in that, like, pretty much Dynamax Adventures, but Terra Adventures, I guess, you could actually see the Pokemon be shiny in it, instead of having to wait till the end, because if none of the Pokemon you find are shiny, you don't have to really, like, waste your time looking through all of them and then reset and do all that. But I'm also excited to shiny hunt in this game, because it seems that we aren't going to be limited to just new Pokemon. Like, we have a Gen 4 here, a Gen 8 here, a Gen 7, a Gen 3. I think Pelipper first appeared in Gen 3. And then a Gen 5 over here. So we pretty much have like a whole range of characters for this whole thing. So we might have national decks already out. Keyword might. But we do know for a fact that when you're in the overworld, there will be mass outbreaks. So another one of my hopes is that they bring back the shiny odds from Pokemon Legends, where if you perfect a Pokedex and you have the shiny charm and you are in a mass outbreak, the odds are extremely high to get a shiny Pokemon. Because apparently, according to leaks, there isn't going to be the Masuda method, or at least not an easy way to do the Masuda method. So just having that, pretty much the ability to just find shiny Pokemon in the overworld is pretty great, in my opinion. I think that's always been the most fun thing about Pokemon Legends Arceus, is that shinies weren't hard to find. They weren't easy, mind you. They are still very rare, even if you have like a fully completed Pokedex all the way to perfection of every single page, and you did like a massive mass outbreak and you cleared out like 4 of those things, or just a regular mass outbreak. It's still hard to find. I still have yet to find a shiny Zorua, and I have that perfected, and I've done 8 mass outbreaks and like 10 massive mass outbreaks, with 3 at one point in one massive mass outbreak. I still have yet to find a shiny Zorua or shiny Zoroark. It's still a random chance. That's what makes it fun to me. But also what am I thinking? God, I'm stumbling. I think, yeah, okay, came back to me. I think the fact that you had to perfect the Pokedex to get the most odds of a Pokemon to be shiny makes a lot of sense, because if you've done thorough research on a Pokemon, you know their habits, you know all this stuff about them, you're most likely to find rarer versions of said Pokemon. That makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like I can't be the only one that thinks that. But those are my hopes, that if we do get, like, pretty much Dynamax Adventures, but for terrestrialized Pokemon, and that's how we get legendary Pokemon again, I want to have an easier time getting to them. I don't want it to be like, oh, if you die 4 times, you would get kicked out, because that's just annoying. So can we just make it to where if you, like, you the player character, use 10 moves, you are no longer allowed to, and if the rest of your team uses up their 10 moves, you get kicked out. Like, the live system doesn't really make sense to me. It's kind of more so annoying, especially for this, because at least with Dynamax, there's like a storm of energy. That makes sense. This one, you're just in a cave. Yes, it's like a crystal energy cave, but there's nothing really stormy about it, so I don't really see how you would get pushed out against your will. But if you just, like, use up 10 turns of each character, you could say that, like, I don't know, your team gave up, kind of thing. Like, oh, this is not going anywhere, we give up, and so you all leave, kind of thing. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. But that's not always what happens when it comes to Pokemon. And personally, I just want to, like, I think this is going to be the best Pokemon game for everyone. I think it's going to be the best for shiny hunting. Whoa, that's a lot of... I didn't even realize this when I first watched this. They all have the grass Terra type for some reason. I don't get that. Well, so I saw this, like, thing about, like, a Terra type of Shedinja becoming a ghost normal. Apparently, when you terrestrialize, that is the only type you are. You are, like, either pure water, pure grass, pure fire, pure ghost. Like, that's the only type you have anymore. So, boom, it's out. Just want you guys to keep that in mind. I'm excited for this game. I'm probably going to play the crap out of this game, and I don't know how to record it. I really want to know how to record it, but I don't. So, it is what it is. That's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, by the way, wait a minute. I just thought... Regular shiny Pokemon are easy, but square shinies are extremely hard. Well, not, like, easy, I should clarify. Make it the same odds as Legends Arceus, but for a square shiny, make it a 1 in... What was the shiny charm odds? 1 in 1036, was it? I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. But basically make it to where it's like shiny charm for shiny. But it's for square shiny, that's like your chance. I think that would be fun. I think that would be pretty cool to see like square shinies. But my only question is, will it just be like a random Pokemon that be mass outbreak? Or can you make it to where you can select what type of mass outbreak you're looking for, and therefore you receive a notification like, hey, mass outbreak over here, go to it. Because I would do that. I would 100% do that. Steel type is my favorite typing. I think it's just really bulky and really good at countering stalls. A lot of people's favorite types tend to be dragon. I don't know why. Like, it's because they're mainly pseudo-legendaries. I'm getting off topic. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's discuss that. Let's just make this a Pokemon discussion video. First things first. The Pokemon on screen. Gardevoir good, Hydreigon good, Serena good, Pelipper good, Hydreigon good. Pretty much all Pokemon are good, except a few. And I think people can understand why those aren't good. It's because their stats are just abysmal. There's really no point in using them. Doesn't mean you can't use them and still win fights, but if you're just... Well, usually for those Pokemon you stall. And I'm pretty sure that's banned and competitive in every rank, is just a stall team. Like, you have to attack within a certain period of turns, otherwise you lose. Or if you... But, like, the only exception is you have no other choice but to stall. Like, that's the only moves you have, so... Yeah. I'm not sure how this recording will go out. I don't have a very good microphone. Instead, I'm using my DualSense controller. That's the microphone I'm using. So, sorry about that. Yeah, I think this game... Not only do the graphics look amazing, like I noticed this in like the previous generation, but there was like a hard outline that you could see of pixels. You can't really see that here. My brother says it's like, oh, it's like really blocky. I was like, it's on the Switch. What are you gonna do? And they're trying to make it run smooth on the Switch, and you have many different effects on it. He brings up Breath of the Wild, but I'm like, this is Breath of the Wild on steroids when it comes to quality of graphics. Of course, there's going to be Tears of the Kingdom, and that might just throw my whole point out the window. Anyway, this game is coming out soon, in like 2 months. I'm excited. I am actually beyond excited. I want to play this game so much. Same thing with God of War Ragnarok, but that's kind of a given. Anyway, what are your guys' opinions about it? By the way, I'm not gonna say like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm very all over the place when it comes to my uploads. you're not really gonna see much. I just like talking about games. I like playing games. It's all over the place. Right now, my PlayStation 5 isn't hooked up, so I can't really do better recordings than this one. I don't know how to edit, and that's a problem. And I also don't know how to make thumbnails. Again, that's a problem. Because it won't be eye-catching, it would just be like a blank screen like this. Anyway, have a good one. I hope all of you enjoyed.